Hello, it's Lana from Sage and Sound. We're on to video 6 of coping with climate change anxiety. Now, the previous videos have really had a personal focus to them, and we've been looking at unhelpful thinking styles mostly as they relate to ourselves. But these last couple of videos are about unhelpful thinking styles that we often put onto other people and what we need to do about that. So today's video is about death denial and death acceptance. So super heavy, super deep topic. What I mean by that is that with climate change, we often look at the people who aren't doing anything about it and who are making it worse and blame them for the planet dying, us dying, an early death. The reason that this is unhelpful to focus on is that death in and of itself is inevitable and it's unpredictable. And nobody really likes to think about this. We all like to live in a bubble and imagine that, nothing bad is going to happen to us or our loved ones and that we'll all live long and healthy lives. And we want to feel the same for our planet as well. But the actual reality is we could die at any moment. There's lots of random events that happen, and that happens for the planet as well. There's certainly scientific evidence that suggests that the planet could be destroyed by things like asteroids, or all life on the planet could be destroyed. So if we keep in mind the fact that death is actually inevitable, both for us and the planet, then it changes our mindset about it. So instead of wishing that other people would act differently, we then get to put a really strong focus on ourselves. If we are going to die one day, whether that's a result of climate change or for some other reason, how do you want to show up today? If your life is going to be limited by the effects of climate change, and the lives of others might be as well, what does that mean for you right now? Because right now is the only time that we can guarantee that we're definitely alive, and right now is the only time that we have control over. So for most people, when they really contemplate this question, it kind of comes down to two basic principles: that we really want to appreciate the present moment. So that means engaging in mindfulness, being aware of your surroundings, and doing your best to be grateful for whatever's there. So this particularly applies with the planet and climate change every time that you go out into nature. If you know that your time's limited, planet time's limited, you better get yourself to the beach. You better get yourself to a forest and enjoy it while it's still there. You want to really pay attention to those birds that you see in the morning and appreciate their beauty, the smell of the forest, the smell of the ocean, the times when you have nice cool days and there's lovely breezes about. Depending on where you live in the planet, you'll have different things that you want to appreciate. But the idea is that you only have this present moment, so make sure that you're doing your best to enjoy it. The other thing that often comes out of paying attention to the fact that we are all going to end up dying one day is that it makes you think more about, well, what kind of person do I want to be? If my time is finite, then I better make sure that the things that I'm doing really fit with my idea of who I am and who I want to be in the world. When I'm talking about this concept, I always use the word values, and what I mean by that is just like who I am as a person. So you might hold creativity as a value, connecting with nature might be a value, compassion for other people might be a value, connecting with animals is a value, working for justice, being a loyal person, valuing your friends. There's a lot of different areas and it's a whole topic all in itself. But in terms of managing climate anxiety, what we want to focus on is, am I being my best self? Given that I don't know how much time I've got, that a lot of this stuff is out of my control, the part that is under my control, which is me, and what I choose to put my mindset on, and to a large degree where I choose to put my time and energy, I've got to make sure that that aligns with my best version of myself as often as possible, because that's what helps to create satisfaction and meaning regardless of the circumstances you find yourself in. You're the only thing that you get to have a huge amount of control over. So if you work to put those two principles in practice, being mindful and feeling gratitude for the beauty around you and for the experience of being alive in the present moment, and then using your time and energy wisely to make sure that it is directed towards things that you care about and that matter to you, and optimism, something like that might also be part of it. You know, if you pride yourself on looking for the good, make sure that you stick to that and that anxiety doesn't overwhelm that awesome part of you. But yeah, working with those two ideas together, I'm going to be my best self in every moment that I've got, and I'm going to do my darndest to enjoy and appreciate the beauty that's around me that I can see and that I've got to experience right now. Are the ways that we can kind of work with that often very overwhelming fear that comes up when we think about ourselves and the planet dying. Now this is a big heavy topic, and it's a lot to kind of put into a short video. So if this is something that is a really big issue for you, you are likely to need professional support. You're going to need to untangle those thoughts and be able to speak them out loud, and have someone who's compassionate and understanding listen to that and hold that space for you so that you can break through the fear around it. So if you'd like some support with that, as always, I'd encourage you to head to our website, www.sageandsound.com.au, and click the Book Now button to book in with one of our therapists so that you can start to work through this stuff and actually be able to enjoy the beauty in the present moment and show up in the world as your best self. Till next time, see you.